Good morning, ladies and gents. Welcome back to Pogo Play, and today I got something special for you. I'm going to be showing you a replay of a 1v1 English versus English game in Age of Empires 4. Now, this game is going to be a little bit fun because there's a lot of action happening in a lot of different fronts, but I don't want to spoil it too much. So let's get started, shall we? Let's get some casting done. And of course, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to join our Discord and follow our channel on Twitch and on YouTube. That's it. I'm going to start casting the game just now. So, it is Kitana, um, purple player, versus Pogo player in red. Let me just see. We're going to do free camera. We're going to reveal all map. So, the game has started. I have decided to open with a secondary scout to get a better grasp of the map and hopefully get some sheep. My opponent is going to do something very, very peculiar. You'll see it in a moment. So he's going to open with a lumber camp and he's going to gather from his sheep. But look at this. The game has just started and he's sending forward 5 vills towards the middle of the map. I don't know if I like this play. There's a lot of idle time, a lot of wasted resources. And look, he's already scouting my base. I think he wants to do a forward base, kind of a rush of sorts. But again, I don't scout his vills just yet. And there we have it. At forward outpost from the English. If you don't know what the outpost does, it's basically a tower where you can garrison your units. The English in particular have a bonus, so if you have units, if your enemy's fighting near your outposts, uh, well, it kind of suits your advantage because your units will attack faster near outposts or town centers. So he's making this outpost with a network of castles, a 20% increase to attack speed, and he's putting that right next to my coin mine. He wants to deny me this coin mine from the get-go. So I cancel my mine right here. I cut my losses, leave the gold, and re-micro. I'm trying to understand what's going on here because as you can tell, I don't see the entirety of the map. I can see that he has a tower here, but I don't understand why he's doing that. I think it's very obnoxious play to put a tower right next to your opponent's TC from the get-go. Now Katana is on 12 vills at the moment. His macro is pretty off. He has a lot of gold, a little bit of wood, and a little bit of food as well. But look at him. He's gonna start switching his economy. He's gonna actually lose a lot of coin here. He has a lot of coin, and he's not even gonna drop it here. He's just gonna uh, kind of let go of that gold just so that he can get some hunting done because he knows he's fallen behind. This forward play is actually very costly for him. I'm on 14 vills, and I have decided to get this second mine here in the north. It's a little bit further away from my TC, and it's a lot riskier, but I have no other choice. My opponent has now reorganized his macro, so 2 vills on coin, 3 vills on wood, and 7 vills on food. And he's going to open with the wheelbarrow right away. I mean, it's kind of peculiar to open with wheelbarrow. It's a very important tech, but I just don't feel it's worth it this early on. It increases the capacity, the carry capacity of your villagers by 5 and their movement speed by 15%. Again, very, very expensive technology, which I don't find to be worth it. I'm going to be putting a little bit of pressure here. I don't like the fact that he's still in my mine, but, you know, I can't really do much about it. Trying to raid with my scouts. He's shooting at me. I'm pulling back. He's being idle. He's not collecting any coin. I'm going to try to do that back and forth, back and forth. I was almost to use my vills to attack this, but I decided to, you know, cut my losses and keep gathering. So as you can tell, he has to garrison his units right here to protect them. And I'm taking a little bit of damage, but nothing too crazy. The scouts are doing all right. And the fact that he's being idled does help. He's now on 14 vills, 15 vills, and I am on 14 vills. I have not made any vills at the moment. I'm slowly aging up. So I'm a little bit behind in Vil count. Katana has a lot of res in the bank, but he is 1 behind, and he's not even aging yet. So that's something that we have to take into account. Uh, we're gonna get a very decent age up at this as well. Scouts are here. They heal automatically. It's something that I find very interesting. The scouts do heal on their own, and if you leave them idled. So I now see 3 Vils on this spot, and I want to put some pressure. I go right away into a Longbowman, but you'll see that my opponent has scouted my Longbowman with his scout, and he knows something's coming his way. He's on 17 Vils at the moment. He needs to macro a little bit more for the age up, but other than that, he's doing pretty well. He has the this is his lumber camp. He's gonna make a couple of houses, and he's gonna age up with a council hall, which allows you to train a Longbowman at a really fast speed. Um, Again, he is actually still in my hunt, and I don't even notice because the line of sight is not quite there. Like, I cannot see this far. But yeah, so here we have it. I'm trying to put some pressure on this scout. Sadly, he will run away. And I keep trying to harass my opponent. My opponent's being very obnoxious about this mine, so I'm trying to take some free kills. But oh, with 1 HP, he manages to take off, and oh, that was really, really close. I bring in my scout so the tower focuses my scout and not my bows. I don't want to lose any bows at the moment. I'm on 17 Vils, and my opponent is at 20. So my opponent is actually constantly making Vils. He's not stopped. He's been very, very creative and disciplined with his Vil creation. I'm now on 3 longbows. I'm trying to get closer to get the kills, but I can't really get that close because his tower does have pretty good range. He's now sieging my console hall with his scout. I'm not too worried about it. He doesn't have good siege. I don't have to do anything about it. But Katana is not quite aged up yet. He's still gathering nothing but food and wood. 22 villagers. He's looking quite good in terms of resources, and he's gonna start making nothing but bows. In fact, he spends all his resources on the go. He has a little bit too much wood for the time being, macro-wise, but villager counts, he's still on 22. I'm on 20, so I'm 2 vills behind. I'm trying to keep this guy busy. This villager has 1 HP. I now have 5 bows, and I want to do something with them, but sadly this tower is really being a pain in my ass. I can't really get close enough without... See, he's gonna garrison immediately, so I'm gonna use the setup camp ability, which helps me heal my longbowmen. So I'm gonna put these longbowmen to heal, and we're gonna leave that be. I noticed that I'm house, so I'm gonna have to switch my macro, go into wood, and gather more wood because right now we are in trouble. Katana is now sending forward bows into his tower, so that's going to increase the damage of the tower. And so he can leave the bows here, and as soon as I get in range, the tower is going to fire at my units automatically. So that's going to protect his villagers that are actually quite low. This one in particular is quite low, and he's going to be able to gather resources fairly easily. 26 villagers for Katana, and only 23 for myself. So I'm 3 vills behind. It's not ideal, and I noticed that he's trying to be a little pest. He's trying to get my attention off the villagers here. But you'll see something very, very soon. I keep making units. I keep making the bows, but my massive... yeah, it's not substantial. I only have... How many bows do I have? I have 6 here. I have 1 here. I'm gonna keep my bow in my TC, so if he decides to get close, he's gonna get shot at by the TC. We have more bows here coming in the north. We are going to try to put a little bit of pressure into my opponent because he is actually quite ahead in Vil count. So there we go. That is a early raid with bows. You don't need cavalry to raid. You can do it with bows. There you go. 1 Vil, and sadly only 1 Vil. We cannot get too close because of the TC fire. I'm going to use the fire camp ability, and we're going to heal. Let's go back to Katana. Katana is actually looking pretty good. He has 10 military units. He's making more and more of these bows. He has a decent number here, up to 7 longbows here, and he knows what I'm doing. He knows that I'm making houses. He knows that, like, look at the vision on this tower. It's insane. He can see everything that I'm doing and more. Uh, I decided to cut my losses here. I cannot do much. Like the TC has excellent range, and I don't want to lose my bows. He also has an armory, and he's researching the steeled arrow technology that is going to give him +1 attack. Um, yeah, on all range units. All right, go. So, 30 units for Katana and only 29 for myself. Like, it's still pretty even. I have to transition out of the sheep right now. I am running out of sheep, so I decide to go into the berries now. And it is at this moment that I realize something very, very important. I noticed that the hunts are disappearing here. And as you can tell, my scout has line of sight on these villagers that are gathering food, right? So that is something that I noticed, and I immediately pull back my bows and I send them back towards this very, very juicy target. But I have to be careful though, because I know he has vision on my TC, and if he sees my bows walking through this area, he's going to be alerted to the impending raid coming his way. So I have a total of 10 longbows. 32 units, and he's at 33 with 20 units. So he has a lot of longbows, a lot more than I do. And if he was paying closer attention to the tower, he would have seen the bows, but he doesn't. And I split my bows into 2 groups because I don't want him to be able to escape. Start shooting at the villagers, and I pick up a decent chunk of villagers. Look at this. That's it. So the score is now 30 vills for Katana and 33 for myself. So this evens up the scales a little bit. I am now ahead in terms of villagers. It's looking great. I feel good. Look at my resources. I'm getting ready for an age up. I decide to drop at another town center in this location because I want to secure the mine. I want to secure the wood. And this is what I like. This is my plan. I want to secure this area. I realize that he's attacking me here, and he's attacking me on 2 different sides. So he's trying to get my attention here, and I don't notice that he's attacking me with the bows until it's too late. I decide to bring in my archers for, I rally my archers to try to defend it because I need this TC. This is my only source of coin, pretty much my only source of wood as well. So he's actually getting a lot of value. I'm on 30 vills at the moment. Katana has actually recovered the lead that he lost. He's on 33 vills, and I'm just working. I put all my villagers. I put 9 villagers into this TC because I need it to go up. And he's firing in my villagers. I'm taking a lot of losses. The armory upgrade is actually quite substantial here. I decide to garrison, and now I have TC Fire to help me out here. Look at him. He's going to start taking a lot of damage, a lot of units going down. There you go. 11 units for Pogo and 26 for Katana. So Katana does have a substantial military lead, but you can tell that I'm hogging my resources. I want to age up, but I can't really do it at the moment. We're going to take a very difficult trade here. His units are making 6 plus 1, that's 7. So he has plus 1 more damage than I do, and it's really, really, really paying off. He also has a plus 1 armor range. So this is why he traded so efficiently against my bows, even though I was microed. So at the moment, Katana sits at a very comfortable 36 villagers and 25 military unit count. I am on 33 villagers and only 5 economic units. I realized that going bow against him is going to be purely bow. It's going to be a bad idea. I need to do something else, especially since he already has the blacksmith technologies. I'm also running out of berries, and I have to be careful. I know this guy loves to raid. He loves putting pressure on me, and I cannot afford to lose that many more villagers. So I have a lot of idols. I'm trying to think what I can do here, because I have no more food. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to go here and take, lose my villagers because of this. I also kept the scout right here. I want to have line of sight on my opponent, and I see that he's constantly gathering, and not gathering, but massing units And there he comes. He feels comfortable enough to do this push right here. This is my main TC, and my main TC can focus the archers very effectively. Look at this. It's taking a lot of fire. No, his archers have to stay away because otherwise the TC is just gonna eat them apart. But as you can tell, he's really trying to pressure this TC with his ram. But you have to use my villagers to destroy the ram, and I have to be careful because he wants to pick up as many of my villagers as he can. I go back. I did take quite a lot of losses. 41 villagers for Katana and 38 for myself. So again, he's taking damage. He wants to put pressure, but I'm not going to let him just, get my villagers for free. I have to be careful when I have to pick up the fights. There you go. And I think with this, we should be able to get... Yeah, we got the battering ram. The battering ram is actually quite expensive, so it's going to be quite a lot of resources spent. He's going to try it again. Not a bad idea. I'm massing units as well here. I know I have to defend, but I'm currently housed, and I cannot do much at the moment. There you go. Chaos is coming up. Rum is almost completed. I'm bringing more archers. I'm going to garrison them in the TC2 for added damage here. And you can tell this Ram is actually tanking quite a lot. He's healing his units right here. I should have put a little bit more pressure, but I can't do much at the moment. 42 Vils. I'm a little bit behind. But he's losing resources. These Rams are actually not that cheap, if you think about it. See, I'm losing Vils. I'm trying to get the Ram, but it's just such a nuisance right now. It takes forever to it. Look at how much damage it's taking. It's insane. I have decided to go up with the barracks as well. I need some units, some melee units to take the fight to him because he has the range and the mass right now, so I have to be careful. I'm also making more farms. I need to get my food production up and running. Katana is now way ahead in resources. Look at his resource count. I'm on 43 villagers and he is on 46 with an incredible mass. Now he's gonna be healing his longbows. He wants to he doesn't want to lose them, and he's massing even more longbows back at home. I have 2 idle villagers, and I'm trying to think of a solution. He's also managed to go into farms right here, and he's also researching the horticulture technology, which grants him an extra 15% gathering rate. So these guys are actually going to be pretty well established right now. Whereas I'm just starting to make my transition here, and it's quite painful because he's trying to delay my economy for as long as he can. 46 Vils to 48 is still very, very close, I would say. I have lost 27 units, but I have killed 30. So in many ways, I have dealt, as much damage to him as he has done to me, but it's not enough. We need to do something, and I'm making units right here. We're massing units. My opponent is gonna try the Ram again, but I suspect that he's going to do something else. I feel like this is not an overcommitment, and I'm well aware that he's probably booming behind this. There we go. We got the bows going in now. And I make a mistake. I press the Q instead of the A and that gives my opponent a lot of volleys for free. We gotta be more careful with a micro right here. We take the fight to him. We're gonna clean up this army. We're gonna clean up the Ram, which is what we needed. There you go. So we managed to defend. We still have 2 TCs, and we got our army. Now let's have a look at Katana. What is Katana doing? Katana is actually preparing an Egypt right here with the King's Palace, a very forward position, and he's mining my coin. See, he took the time to move all his villagers forward into this position to take my coin, which is very, very obnoxious. A very aggressive and obnoxious way to play. Like, he wants to mine your resources just to deny them to you very early on. it's a little bit kind of frustrating to fight against an opponent that does that. Um, but it doesn't really matter at this point. If we go into economy, he's still ahead. Player score, Katana is still ahead in score. 1942 versus 1780. I have an army, and I want to use my army. I want to make sure that he also feels the pain of losing villagers and stuff. And look, I scout. I managed to find the wonder right here, and look. It was almost completed, and he has to cancel it. He has to cancel the wonder. He's lost some vills, and now he's still in H2. I'm in H2, and the scores are almost even Steven. Um, I decided to push my luck and go forward, thinking that I could catch more vills, but there's nothing here. So this turns out to be quite a waste of time. Katana is going to be rethinking his options, and he's going to be aging up again. But he's going to place his TC in a very defensive manner right here to protect his wood line, which is not a bad idea. I would have placed it right here because of the coin, but it's not a bad play at all. You can tell that my units are going forward. He's scouting. He's keeping his scouts near his base because he wants to know where I'm going. He manages to pull out his villagers from the wood line, and I have to pull out. I can't get too close to this TC because I'm going to get shot to pieces. 54 villagers for Katana, 57 for myself. So you see the 2 TC power play actually did work wonders for me. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna do an age up myself. I'm gonna go for the King Spells right here because I want to protect this coin mine. I need it, and I know that it's crucial that I have access to coin. But look at him. He spots my age up with his tower, and he denies it almost immediately. So it's one of those things where, like, if you're playing with against an opponent that does his scouting, that has good line of sight, he's gonna deny you this map as much as he can, and he's gonna try to do that again. He's 1 age up, score is skyrocketing, and look at him. He's going forward. Um, sees my pikes, and he's taking the bait. He's chasing the pikes, which is what I want because I needed time to cancel this and move my villies back. Um, I decided that it's too risky to place a forward wonder in this direction, so I decided to make it right next to my TC, and I go for the white tower, which is a keep. Keep is a castle, and it acts as a keep with all the behaviors, technology, and bonuses. So this white tower is actually pretty decent. I usually go for the TC as my 3rd age up, but I was afraid he was going to do another big push, and I needed something to defend myself. You can tell he's making rams again. See, he doesn't want me to get comfortable, and he's sitting on 60 vills at the moment, whereas I am sitting on only 62. I thought I had a much bigger lead than that. The white keep is almost up. And there's also a second reason why I went for the white keep, and I'll explain it to you very shortly. I'm gonna try to go for another raid right here, but my opponent is expecting me, and he has better in Longbowmen. And my Longbowmen are not yet upgraded, so I cannot take this fight. I have to pull back, and there we go. We have a ram right here. I have to repair my TC. The age up is up and running, and look at this. Castle is firing, and I want to go for the network of citadels, which improves my attack speed from 25 to 50%. So my units fighting near TC and fighting near castles will actually fight 50% faster. I have a small mass for an army here, but I don't want to get caught with this army standing right here. So I have to take the long way back. I want to avoid this army that's standing right here, because I know he's going to intercept me with a big range, with a better range, I should say. So I'm thinking my options, I'm getting my upgrades, and I'm going to go in and invest into some cavalry because I know he's making nothing but bows, and these light horsemen are gonna do a lot of damage. Look at him. He's gonna go after the the mine again. Like, look at this guy. He wants to take all my resources. Why is he doing that? Piss me off. I have no idea. Anyways, I'm trying to think my options here. I'm trying to reorganize my eco. 62 villagers versus 69, falling behind. my opponent is pretty much ahead at the moment with a substantial amount of resources in the bank as well. Look at this. He's just making bank right now. Um, you know what? I decide I need to do something here, and I'm massing my units, but I have to bide my time. I have horsemen. Four horsemen, three bows. I'm waiting for the push. I want him to be the one committing his units and making a mistake, but he's not doing that. I'm gonna make a monastery because I also want to get the whatchamacallit, the relics for the uh, coin trickle. And my opponent, I believe he already got a monastery. Yeah, he got a monastery early on, and he's probably gonna be training this monks as well. I don't know if he's noticed that there are like I don't think he scouted the relics. I don't see them anyways. Maybe he does have them. Hmm. Doesn't show though. Quick look. So there we have. Katana's gonna push me again. Sadly, he's well within the range of the TC fire, so he's not gonna be able to do much. I'm getting my economy back in order, uh, getting my food. I have a substantial army, 49 units versus his 50. So it's pretty even. Katana will push with this Ram pretty soon. And I kind of expected him to get artillery, which is why I decided to train Springwell. And look at this, there he comes. There I come with the bows, with the head on horsemen, and we go in. We do a complete surround right here, and it's pretty good fight. Complete surround. He's taking a lot of losses. He wants to save the ram, but he's kind of stuck in the middle of his own units. And because of the network of castles, my units are fighting at 50% speed when fighting nearby. There you go. So he's not trying to use the ram. And my opponent is also now picking up the relics. Very, very smart. He wants that coin gathering. So now I'm at 70 economic units and 46 military, and Katana is at 26 military units and only. Well, he's ahead in Vils with 82, but he has these monks, and he's gonna bring these relics back into his base for the coin trickle. Decide to push here a little bit, but I noticed that my opponent is also aging up right here. I'm going to deny the age up, which is going to be again crucial that I denied this. He has all these resources but he's just not able to use them. I'm using my horsemen to go for a little raid here. I want to catch any villagers that I can, or any stragglers here, but I don't find anything really. Katana is pretty much safe in his base. He's gonna get the second relic here. Sadly, I could not stop this. And he has a keep right now as his TC, so it's a pretty difficult position to push. I try to push it, but I decided it's too much. I have to pull back, and my opponent does not have the network of citadels yet, so I have to be. This is a bad fight. I take this fight. I don't even notice. Yeah, see, I lost all my horsemen right here. It was a terrible fight, but I managed to snag this relic. He's trying to get it, but I managed to get off his paws. Going for a forward TC right here as well. I want to secure this mine. I need the mines. And look at this guy. He goes all the way to my base to pick up the second relic. But he just forgets about it because of the raid, and because I'm going for another raid into his base. See, sometimes these little raids aren't as so cost effective, but your opponent gets so distracted that it allows you to do stuff like catch up with the game. So I'm going for this raid right here. I'm trying to keep him busy, keep him in the base, and I think I'm about to notice that he left the priest right here. We have a second TC right now, third TC actually, and we have now secured the middle part of the game, or the map, I should say. We're going here as well. He's gonna bring another keep right here for the for added protection. He wants to protect his flanks. But again, we're not gonna overcommit to this fight. Like, I'm losing some horsemen, but it doesn't really matter because he lost these priests right here, so I'm gonna be able to get this relic for free. I have one in the monastery, so this gives me 66 gold per second. Our economies are looking pretty similar, though he's still ahead. Still like 10 vills ahead, give or take. I tried to send my my priest here to pick up this relic, then I noticed that he's gonna age up. Managed to age up, and he's gonna kill my my priest. So there's no point in trying to get this because, you know, he has a keep right here, and I no longer have a priest. So I have to pull out. I have to make sure that I regroup somewhere close to base and get back home. I have a couple of units here. I want to distract him for a little bit, see if I can get a nice little raid. Picked up this relic right here, and we're gonna pull back slowly but surely. I can't believe that I never noticed this. He completely depleted this mine and this one, and I never noticed that because I wasn't paying attention. At the same time, I did secure the mines in the middle, but like, holy crap, this guy actually ate all the resources on my map, on my side of the map. Katana is he's making a lot of res. He's making a lot of res, and he's one age ahead. I'm a little desperate to catch up. I know food is going to be an issue late game, so I overcommit with the farms. I'm trying to re-micro as much as possible. I'm aging up as well. Decided to go for the Berkshire Palace. It's another keep with better weapon range. So I placed it here because I know he's going to push. He's going to try to push this coin mine. It's the last coin mine that I have, so if I lose it, it's going to be GG's. I have this one right here, but this one's very exposed. I'm making an army right now. I forgot my priest. I should have brought him into base sooner. There we go. Military-wise, I'm still ahead in the military department. I've killed more units, but it's still very, very, very even. My opponent's going to try to push middle. He goes with 2 rams, and actually 4 rams. It's actually quite substantial. And he's pulling back his villagers. He depleted all the resources, and now he's pulling back. What a cheeky guy. He has a lot of rams and a lot of bows. But luckily for me, my castle is just melting this bow mass, and he can't really get too close. So make a choice. If he gets too close, he's gonna lose his bows. If he's too far, look at all the technologies he's queuing up. He wants to get. Look at this. He's getting all these technologies. He wants to spend all the resources as much as possible, and he wants to take down my wonder. You know, he's going to be able to. Like, look at this. It's almost destroyed. He's going to lose the rams and a substantial part of his army. There you go. 99 vills for Katana. 95 for myself. See, he's scouting me again. He's scouting me with the scout, and I don't notice this guy constantly going back and forth with the scout. He's pretty good with that. Keeping line of sight. I think that's one of his strong points. Double keep right here. He wants to put pressure on the religious sites. Gonna pull it. Trying to push it again. Elite Longbowmen versus Elite Longbowmen. His Elite Longbowmen are a little bit better than mine, but I do have melee units in the fray, and I'm fighting close to my castle, which it's a big bonus. I'm firing much faster than he is. And again, he wants to take a battle here, but I'm not gonna let him cut me to death. I'm shooting with a spring roll. I'm shooting. I'm gonna pull back. Oh, he decides to pull back. He's taking actually quite a lot of losses by trying to push this middle base right here. Reorganizing the macro right here. 104 villagers for myself versus 100 for my opponent. My opponent has decided to secure this wood line and also this left side of the map. He's going to capture the sacred side, so I think he's going to go for a religious victory of sorts. He's not realized there's another relic right here, but he's sitting on 2 relics. I'm sitting on 2 relics as well. So not bad at all. Um, and I think this is where my let me see, what kind of upgrades do you have? So he has not researched the enclosures. It's one of the most important technologies if you're playing as English. It allows you to get gold for every in every farm. 1 gold every 3.5 seconds. So it's basically your villagers are gathering food and coin in many ways. It's super good technology, very good late game. So yeah, like he has not researched his 2 technologies which are essential for his late game economy. That's actually one of the first technologies I research, and it's already been done. In terms of resources, Katana is still ahead. He has a lot of food and wood. He's an English bowman guy. He loves his bows, and because I know he loves his bows, I prepared a little surprise for him in the form of a mango nil. Look at this game; it looks absolutely beautiful. Uh, You will see that I'm mostly trying to spend all my resources on. I'm actually popped right now. So 115 villagers and 85 military population. It's all set up right here. See the composition. We're about to push my opponent. Um, in terms of military right now, we've taken some very good trades. And Katana is actually just making bows. He's not even at full pop right now. I think that's one of the things that one of the mistakes here. He's trying to get all these ups, and he forget that he needs a mass. He wants to push with the ramps again, but he just realized that I'm about to, I'm about to punish him. Oh, look at that volley with a catapult with the mangonels. Absolutely brutal. He's on 34 military units. And after all these raids, all this pestering around my base, I managed to... Oh! Look at that. As to take the fight to him. This time, he's going to be the one paying the price for his aggression. 200 units killed, a lot of KD. Look at the KD. Look at the KD right now. He's struggling to pull out units. He's making units right now. But I'm killing his units just as fast as he's making them. And if I'm correct, look at him. He's going to do a kamikaze attack with his villagers. He wants to get my siege weapons. But I'm bringing my siege weapons closer to my bows because I know what he's trying to do. Look at this. He's losing villagers. He's losing a lot of villagers. Katana is now at 84 villager count with 11 military. And I'm still at that 200 population mark. I have units in queue, and I'm pulling them forward. He isn't able to mass, and I'm getting all these important technologies in the university and the armory. Very, very close game at the moment. These Longbowmen are insane. Look at the fire arrows. Absolutely insanity. My opponent is now struggling. He decides to mass his units instead of sending them to their death, which is kind of smart. He needs to mass before he can take the fight to me. I have a trebuchet right here that I'm going to use to attack this wonder. And there we go. Another attack. I realize that my trebuchets are getting picked apart. And look at the forward tower. With the forward tower, we can now get the network of castles with 50% attack speed. These knights are melting. Look at this. I just need to focus the units a little bit better. Katana is now at 86 vills with only 23 military units. 62 military units for myself. Constantly queuing up units. In fact, I need to queue up a lot more units right now. Look at the KD right now. 297 kills. Cleaning up my opponent. Second Mangonel coming forward. Forward base being established right here as well. Because that is one of his last attack, and there he comes. Elite men at arms pushing the mouse right here. These guys can tank a lot. We need crossbows to deal with them, because bows will not do too well against them. So you see the crossbows coming out right now. It's a little too late. I think this push is going to get destroyed. So my opponent holding off with 28 military units. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but he cleaned up so many of my vills right here and right here when I wasn't paying attention. That the villager count is now kind of even. Have 104 vills, and Katana has 89. So this raid proved really, really effective. I didn't even notice that until much later. But again, I'm putting up the pressure here. I know that he's low in res, and that he needs time to rebuild his army, and I don't want to give him time to do that. We have a big army on the way here. This is going to be one of the last pushes, I believe. I have 76 vills. No, wait, never mind. Yeah, 76 vills. Katana has 92, so Katana is constantly trying to push me with his units right here. He's going to do the ram. I got a lot of raids right here. But he isn't quite able to do much. He has to reorganize his eco. He has no food. Look at the wood. He has like 12k wood. So his macro is all over the place. I decided to remake my villagers, and we have the mass right now. We have the trebuchets right here. We're pushing this castle, and after we take it, we're going to be able to establish another forward base. And I'm also getting a couple of raids here with some knights. I wanna be a pest to him. I know he's low on food, and I know he's struggling, so I have to keep up the pressure. Go Wonder going down. Army going forward. I'm gonna move units here, and I think that's it. That's all she wrote. So, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoy this game. We're going to have a quick look at the post-game statistics. I'm not used to casting HLM parts for content, but I'm going to try to do that a little bit more often. I think what I liked about this game was the fact that it was pretty even. I think my opponent had a lot of good rates on me, and I had good rates on him. It was back and forth, and the fact that he put so much pressure early on was really surprising. Let's have a quick look at the statistics. Villager count, military count, resources count, total res count. Now let's do statistics. We'll do military. Beautiful KD, 362 units killed, 305 lost. Largest army as well. Economy, late game economy, my economy was a lot better than his, even though he had a lot of gold and a lot of stone. So that was actually pretty good. He also had more wood per minute. Technology, we're ahead. It was pretty even though. And then society, 2 relics captured, villager high, and average villagers idle time. Yeah, there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that. If you enjoy the content, don't forget, join our Discord, follow the channel on Twitch. Till next time, cheers.